We'll be taking care of PV every day. Taking care of PV every way. We've been taking care of PV. It's all ours. Taking care of PV and investing in our town, PV.
Hi, I am Casey VanHaren. I'm the Library Director here for the town of Prescott Valley, and I would like to welcome you to PV in Focus. And today we are going to talk about the library doing its first ever inaugural book fest. And I'm here with Deborah Pfingston, who is our outreach coordinator, and she is in this. She knows what's going on. So let's talk about the book fest, Deborah.
So Prescott Valley Public Library is excited about having a book fest. We know that everybody up here in Northern Arizona loves books, loves authors, loves creative writing. And it's for the whole family, from littles to bigs. And so I'm so excited to share, and I know you're excited to share.
Oh my gosh, we have so much to go over. So first off, tell us about the PV Book Fest, and what is it, and why did the library start doing this event?
Well, it will be May 2nd, Saturday, May 2nd, from 10 to 5, and it will be the whole Civic Circle area. We will have vendors outside along with authors that will be selling their items, their books. We'll have workshops and panels and story times and all of that in the Parks and Rec building, but of course in the library.
In the library also.
The best building in the town. On all 3 floors, we'll have activities, and we will have famous authors. I'll let you do the big break. We'll have famous authors, and like I said, we'll have panels. All authors. We're going to have book signings. It is just going to be, and then food trucks.
And then food trucks.
We can't forget.
We're
going to feed you too.
We get hungry. We need to eat.
Yeah. You will be paying for your food, but we will provide the food trucks. So we're just so excited, and the whole library, the whole library staff will be there. It's just going to be a blast.
What makes Prescott Valley a great place to host this event?
Because we have the great library.
Yes.
We have the best location.
Yes.
And also, we really don't have anything like this. And we are, one of our sponsors, which I know we'll talk about in a little bit, Peregrine Bookstore, they are also right here. So we've got Peregrine, we've got the library, we have got great librarians that have found fantastic authors. And then, of course, who doesn't love Prescott Valley?
Absolutely. And what's so great about the Prescott Valley campus is we have amazing parking.
Yes.
So you can park anywhere. We have large grass areas, shade.
An outdoor stage.
An outdoor stage, which we're going to have some of the authors on, some of our larger, more popular authors. So it's just a great venue to host any events. And we do have our 4 signature events here in the event center area, in the Civic Center, you know, Winter Spectacular, Fall Festival, Red, White, and Boom, and our Spring Fest, which is coming.
But Book Fest.
Book Fest is what's going to set this place
That's
off.
right. Other communities have eggs, and other communities have fireworks.
Yes.
And other communities have stuff. This community is having a book fest.
Yes, and we really, really want to grow this festival to be huge. We're starting small, but we really want to grow this. We want this to be Northern Arizona Book Festival, where everyone comes from all over the state.
Even though you say small, we have over 40 authors coming.
Yes, yes.
40.
Speaking of, what kinds of things can people expect if they attend?
Like we've already said, we have food trucks. Out, and the reason why I'm going like this is because it's out in the parking lot. Then on our grass side, we have vendors. So we'll have upper level and lower level vendors. We have stuff going on the stage, story time for families going on the stage. In the auditorium in the library, that's where we have our pretty big authors.
Yes.
We will have workshops. We have panels. We have a fantasy panel. We have a horror panel. But do you want to finally break it to the people?
Yes.
Our big person. Who's coming? Who's coming?
We are so excited to announce that Anne Hillerman will be here. She's a famous author. She took over the series from her father, Tony Hillerman. She continues the famous Liporm, Chi, and Manuelito mystery series that was originally created by her father, Tony Hillerman. And our books are deeply rooted, of course, in the culture and the landscapes of the Southwest. So we're super excited to have her here as part of our community. So.
Right. And when you brought up Southwest, that immediately made my mind jump to one of our panels that we expect is going to be packed. And it's a panel that you had already seen.
Yes, yes. So one of the panels that I really want to talk about is the Navajo Women's Panel. They will be, it's a group of women who talk about voices of Navajo mothers and daughters. And I was very fortunate to see this panel a couple years ago at the Arizona Library Association conference. And I think it was a panel of 5 or 6 women, and they told their story, and it was so incredible. It was so powerful and inspirational. I think there was not a dry eye in the whole of 300 women and men in that room. It was very touching, a lot of sad stories, but also some very inspirational stories that they told. And this I'm really looking forward to seeing also. This really touched me. So,
and that's just 2 items. Anne Hillerman, let's repeat that again.
Yeah,
Anne Hillerman. And then the Navajo author panel. Then for the Building Fantasy World panel, we have Melissa Marr, we have Sarah Ella, and 4 great authors on that. Then Chemistry on the Pages, a romance panel, Amy Trueblood, we have Jess Hilleman, and plus more. And then the horror panel, which will be scary. So we've got that. Then we don't want to ignore the young people.
No.
We have a teen VIP party.
yes, we do.
That will be in the Crystal Room, the 3rd floor. And that is just for young adults. And they will be meeting with young adult authors, talking to them about writing. The authors are there to want to talk to them and encourage them and answer their questions.
Yes.
And then another sponsor, Sprouts and Chick-fil-A, are going to be feeding them.
We're so excited. We are thankful for our sponsors.
Yes, our sponsors are fantastic. So since we've already mentioned Chick-fil-A, we have mentioned Sprouts, who've been fantastic.
Always.
We have Raber and Mortenson's Pediatric Dentistry.
Oh, nice.
Which, you know what? Thank you for sponsoring.
Yes, thank you.
The Book Fest and story time and things like that. And then our 3rd sponsor is Peregrine Bookstore.
Book company.
Book Company. You are correct. And so how fantastic.
Yes, and they will have books here, all of the author books here for purchase, so that you can, go up and have your book signed by the author.
Yes, so bring money.
Yeah, bring money for purchasing of books. I think that'll be awesome.
And you know what's really neat is some of the vendors, we have a vendor coming and she crochets little animals, but little animals from books, from children's books.
Gosh,
so she has the children's book and then the little animal, which is, it made me think of the Velveteen Rabbit.
Yes.
But isn't that great? It is going to be rocking.
Yes.
I know at first when we were talking about it, I was a little overwhelmed. But as things are opening and rolling, I am so excited for May 2nd.
We have a lot of great plans. I think it's been very well put together. Why do you think events like this are important for our community?
Well, number one, it brings people out of their house to be with the community. I love seeing littles up to olds. That's one of the wonderful things.
Yeah, the multi-generational community.
Multi-generational about the library itself, how we bring multi-generations
together
into the community. So we love that. But also we have such a talented, intelligent community that loves books, that loves skill. We have a great creative writing group here.
We do. We really do.
So it really brings the authors in. They love to see the different authors, the different genres. And, I gag at romance, but I absolutely
People
love
love it.
nonfiction,
Yeah.
right? But some people absolutely
Yes.
love that. And we have, just some of the books from our authors that'll be here behind us, which is wonderful. So it's just wonderful that the town of Prescott Valley is letting us do this. The staff of Prescott Valley Library, Public Library, are doing this. And that, first of all, you approved it, you okayed it.
Of course.
So I think that's wonderful.
But a lot of hard work has been put into this event. And I think we started planning this a year ago. So it's not something that we don't put these events together just like that. It's a very long process we go through to make sure that we put together a very successful and meaningful event for our community.
And it is a full day. I'm going to just reference the schedule, right? So obviously from 10 to 5, we have the vendors going on the whole time. The food trucks will be here the whole time. Out on the stage, we have story time with 1, 2, 3 authors. We have princess story time where quest characters are going to be reading.
So let me ask you this. So can little kids come dressed up as little princesses?
Absolutely. Then in our library auditorium, we have the chemistry romance panel, the voices of Navajo mothers and daughters. Again, that's going to be a big one.
Yes.
Building fantasy worlds. And then we'll end in the auditorium with Ann Hillerman.
Yes.
And she will then stay after and sign the books for you.
Very exciting.
We will have a graphic novel workshop with DC Comic Styles with Melissa Marr. We'll have teen and tween writing workshops, storytelling Disney style.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
So many amazing workshops. How much does this event cost?
Free.
All of this is free. I cannot stress this enough, of course, except for vendors and food.
Right.
But and the books, if you have to purchase a book.
You have to purchase a book. Then we have the teen VIP party.
Yes. And talk a little bit more about that, the teen VIP party.
It is where it'll be only for teens, so adults step out. It will be a time for them to talk with young adult authors. It'll be a time for them to ask questions. It'll be a time for them to just have their favorite author sign a book.
That's going to be incredible.
It is just an experience just for them.
And
I love that.
I do too. I think that the one thing that the library does best here is we really focus on our teens, because there's not a lot for our teens to do here. So having that ability, we have a great space here at the library, probably one of the best teen areas in northern Arizona for a library. So I really think that we focus on our teens.
I agree. For the teen VIP party, the ages will be 12 to 18. And if you are interested in knowing the schedule, it is on our webpage.
Yes, just go to the library's webpage, look up the Book Fest, and it's right there. So,
and it will show all of the authors,
all the schedule.
Yep, and like our socials, because on Facebook and Instagram we have been sharing what authors are coming, what books they've done, panels, all of that. So
it's going to be
your
phenomenal.
eyes open on that.
So tell us about some of the vendors that'll be there.
Well, we have, of course, the woman I told you that crochets the animals to the books. We have the 3D printing dragon people. We have booksellers, rare booksellers. We have publishers that are coming. Authors outside of the main authors. We have a ton of authors coming. We will have
going to be neat.
Over close to 30 vendors out there, half authors, most local. And so there's a lot of Western genre, a lot of writers that write all ages, so they will have their books there. And don't forget food trucks.
Food trucks, yes. We're going to have, I think, 3 or 4 food trucks.
Bahama Bucks is coming.
Bucks.
We have a couple of Mexican food trucks, which, you can't.
I love me a good taco.
We have a Sweeties table selling sweets.
And our cafe vendor, Carlitos, will also be open Saturday inside the library.
Wonderful.
We love Carlitos.
So come into the library, because they're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 3.
9 to 3. And we got to wrap it up, Deborah. We're coming to the end here. I'm trying to think about, great. We're very grateful to our sponsors, Chick-fil-A, Ace Hardware, Sprouts,
Raber Mortensen Pediatric
yes,
Dentistry.
Peregrine Book Company. We're very excited that they're going to be here helping us. That without them, we probably wouldn't be able to do this event.
right.
So we're very,
That's right.
very fortunate to have them on board
So,
with us.
local public library, Prescott Valley Public Library, local bookstore,
Yes.
coming here together for you.
Yes, we're very excited about this event, and we hope that you'll join us.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks, Casey.
Thank you, Deborah. Have a fabulous day.
You too.
All right.
We'll be taking care of PV.